It's the Stallone Kid. Welcome back to the Stallone Kid. And today I want to talk about what I want in Creed 3. So, first off, I'm a huge fan of Rocky. I love the Rocky 1, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4, Rocky 5, Rocky Balboa, Creed 2. The whole saga is insanely good. I love that they've done with everything. I'm a huge fan of Stallone. I've watched all his movies. I've almost watched all his movies. I started at No Place to Hide in 1973. I watched every single one, and now I'm at what's it called? I'm at what's it? I'm trying to remember what it's called. I'll come back to it. Um, but Creed 3, I'm super excited for because I saw Creed 2 in theater, and that's what really got me back into Rocky because I watched Rocky when I was like more of a kid. And then I kind of just forgot about it. But 2018, when I saw Creed 2, that energized me back up. I watched all the films again, and then ever since 2018, the last 4 or 3 years, I've been the biggest Stallone fan ever. And so yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm probably not. There's probably a lot of bigger fans than me, but I do consider myself a fan. But um, yeah, the film I'm on watching right now is called. It was a 2014 film. I forgot what it's called, but it has bad Rotten Tomatoes, I think. Hmm. What do I want from Creed 3? Number one, I want Rocky to return. Now, I know Stallone said he's not going to be in the film. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I want him like in the film and then he leaves or something, or if I want him in the film, like he's a character, like just like he was in Creed and Creed 2. I want him in the film. They've done such a great job of him, and Rocky's story can't just okay. Creed 2 ended greatly. Ending Rocky's story perfectly. Him with his classic hat, throwing the ball. He goes in there. He makes peace with his son. He sees his grandson, and they close the door, and he's all happy. That's a good ending. Fortunately, Rocky's my favorite character that I've ever seen in my life, and I honestly don't want his story to end in Creed. I want another Rocky film. I know it sounds crazy, but we all thought it was crazy when Creed came out, or when Creed 2 came out, and people thought it was crazy when Rocky Balboa came out. Heck, people thought it was crazy when Rocky 5 came out. People think it's crazy, and what did it do? It delivered. Well, Rocky 5 didn't deliver. It delivered a lot of headaches from that trash music, but I'm sorry. I give Rocky 5 a lot of crap. It's alright. But, um, what I want from this film, I want Rocky to return as a main character. They could close out his story now. I'm still debating what I want because I love the ending of Creed 2. I remember watching that in theater. I just cried, even though I didn't see most of the Rocky films. I only seen a couple scenes, and I seen Rocky Balboa. Okay. After this film, I'm gonna go film my story of Rocky and how I saw it. But that just seeing this character, which I I didn't love him at the time, but just seeing this character, I knew he meant so much to so much people, and I know the actor's been through a lot of stuff with this character, and then just seeing him ending his story with that film, I loved it. And I don't want them to ruin that him just coming back and then whatever happens. And like I was saying, well, what if Rocky dies in Creed 3? That would be absolutely the worst thing ever. Um, I do think Rocky's story could end with him dying. I don't want it to end with him dying. That's kind of dark. I mean, that's pretty sad. I know they did that with Rambo, but Rambo's Rambo. Rocky's Rocky. I mean, that's just a quote. And I know people think Rambo didn't die. At the end, it shows him on his horse, but whatever. I don't know if Rambo died. Did he? I don't know. It shows him dying, and then it shows him get back on his horse. I have no idea. But another thing I want from this, I want a new villain. I do not want, for the 100th time, I do not want Clever Lang's son. As much I want to see Clever Lang return. I think it would be cool. Just like what they done in Cobra Kai. They brought back all these villains. They brought back, Terry Silver, John Kreese, and all these characters in Cobra Kai from the Karate Kid films. Maybe they can do that. Maybe they can. But not the way people are trying to set it up to be. It's trying to set it up to be like him feeling. I don't want Creed to become like is fighting all Rocky's villain's son. I mean, that just sounds goofy and retarded. I'm sorry, don't do that. If they, I want a new villain that's like, I know a lot of people are saying they want to bring Floyd Mayweather. I think he's too popular to be in the movie. I don't know. Does that sound weird? I don't know. I don't think he's much of an actor, to be honest. But I want a new villain, just like Clubber Lang came in. Um, I want Clubber Lang to come in and just not Clubber Lang, but I want someone like Clubber Lang to come in, just a new menaceful villain that could just be so. I want to be like the most evilest, brutalist character ever that will give Creed like the biggest problems ever. And Michael B. Jordan is directing this film. I love the directing in Creed, the first Creed. It was so good. And Creed 2 even got me. I think Creed 2 even did it better. Even though they're two different directors. Creed 3, every movie has a new director, but they feel the same. They have the same tone, which I love about Creed. So I hope Adonis Creed does what he can do right. But I want Eye of the Tiger to return as well. I think Eye of the Tiger is the most classic song in Rocky. People think, oh, it's the Rocky theme song, or it's, No Easy Way Out, or whatever. No, I think the most popular one is Eye of the Tiger. That film was made for, like, that film released with Rocky Free, and I think it's at like 500 million views. So I think the Rocky theme song is, when people hear that, they think of Rocky. Most people, when they hear Eye of the Tiger, they don't think of Rocky. Most people hear that song and it's just a popular song. But it is a Rocky song. So, and plus, it's Creed Free, Rocky Free. I think I really want that. Another thing I want to see is his daughter, the girl more of a character. Don't do what they did with Rocky's son in Rocky 3 and 4, where it's literally just kind of nerfed him a little bit. I mean, it kind of did. In Rocky 2, he gets born just like Creed gets, just like he has a daughter in Creed 2. So, and then Rocky 3, he just in a couple scenes and then he just leaves to Chicago and then, or LA, and then he's gone. So, no. I don't want them, and then Rocky 4, oh my goodness. I mean, I I want to get a sledgehammer. Alright, that's a little far. I'm sorry. Um, the whole entire thing in Rocky 4 with the kid was just not my favorite. I mean, I loved Rocky 4, but that was one of the lows of the film. And Rocky 5, I don't know how he grew like 8 years later. 8 years in like, I don't know, 2 weeks, but I think they did a good job in Rocky 5. I love the character in Rocky 5 that Shea Stallone brought. Did a great job. Um, the whole bullying story was not the best thing, but I like the relationship with that, especially they're actually father and son. And then Rocky Balboa and Creed 2, I think the son gained more of a great character. So I want them to do something great with the daughter in Creed 3. Set up a more serious thing than just, oh, he has a son, Rocky has a son. There it is. I want it to be a serious relationship. And she's deaf, and there's a lot that they can do with that. Um, I also think this is kind of a bad thing to say, but I think it'll help a lot with the character. I want Creed to hit the lowest bottom he ever been in his life. Creed 2, he hit a down low when Victor Drago freaking knocked him out, and then he was beaten, and then he did that emotional scene with Rocky, and then he was just down, down, down. I think it's a song, but I want him to hit rock bottom, like beyond rock. Like I want to be like rock bottom. Um, I think I want the most darkest character. I want it to be a dark film. I want it to be a motivational dark film. I think that's what I want. I don't want it to be like Rocky Free. I love Rocky Free, but I don't want it to be like that. I don't want it to be like a fun, entertaining movie. I want it to be entertaining and fun. I just don't want it to be like a up kick movie like Rocky Free. And Rocky Free had a lot of emotional scenes, but I want it to be like more of a down low film. Um, like possibly maybe his mother could die. Um, or maybe the relationship is not working, and or maybe they get married and then something happens. Who knows? Um, but Michael B. Jordan is a great actor. I mean, he could do something amazing. As far as directing goes, I can't say that because this is his first film he's directing. But with his movie Without Remorse, I love that film. His acting in that and just his aggression in his eyes, it's amazing. And Creed 2 is great. Black Panther, he can play up, feeling so good. And then he also was in Just Mercy, what that was called. I didn't see that film. I saw a lot of scenes, and what I saw, Michael B. Jordan's a great actor, and I want this to be the most darkest film ever, where this villain he has no mercy, and he's willing. I want it to be like Rocky Four. It was like Rocky Four was like they're fighting to the death, basically. Like it's insane, but it makes sense kind of. That was Rocky Four for me. I want to do the same thing with Creed 3. Like this is like not some fight. Like this is like fight to the death. Like Karate Kid Part 2. I don't want them to actually fight to the death, but you know what I mean. Like a serious fight. Um and maybe Rocky won't fit in that story. I I I I don't know what they're gonna do, but what I want from this film, I don't want it to be like Creed and Creed 2. I think if they keep doing Creed and Creed 2 are great, but they are kind of the same a little bit. I want this to be I want a Creed 4. I want one last Creed, like a Creed 4. They don't have to call it Creed 4, and I want one last Rocky. I think this will be the ninth film, right? The ninth film in the series. I think they do Creed 3 and it leads into One Last Rocky. And now there'll be 10 films. Or they could do Creed 4 and then a Rocky. I don't know. I want One Last Rocky and I want One Last Creed. But I think Creed can go on to at least a 4 or 5 films. I think that's the highest it can go. But if they're going to have a future with this franchise, I want Creed 3 to be the one that stands out as the darkest, as most brutalist, as the most boom, pow, film ever. Creed was amazing, motivational, fun, entertaining movie. Creed 2 was a dark, sad, gives a character, motivational story. It got darker. Creed 3, this was Creed 2. I want Creed 3 to be boom, down. And dark films creates great characters, and great characters create great entertainment. I want it to be not like a dark film like Rambo 4 or something, but like I want it to have the spirit. I want it to have I don't know what I want, but I want that. There'll still be funny scenes. There'll still be some funny moments. I don't want it to be just a complete. This is dark. I don't want it to be like that, but I want it to get to those places. I want to study the characters as much as possible. So if we ever get into Creed 4, we can feel like we know these characters, and I want Creed 3 to be like going as far as you can go with these characters, so Creed 4 can even be better. And maybe you can fit Rock in the story. I don't know, but that's what I want for Creed 3. Michael B. Jordan, they have to be filming right now. It comes out November 23rd, unless they change the date or something. We should be getting trailers, but that's what I want for it. This is a pretty long video, but that's what I want. Creed 3 comes out soon. Guys, remember, subscribe to the channel or you'll rest in pieces. Ow, that hurted. Alright, I'm gonna go.